The Book of Judges. The Book of Judges picks up on the Book of Joshua. Theologians believe that the author of the Book of Judges is Samuel. In the Book of Judges, Judah precedes Joshua in leading the Israelites. Judges 2:6-8. The Israelites do not drive out the Canaanites as God ordered them to do, and instead lived with them and intermarried, which led to the Israelites eventually falling away from God and worshiping false gods. We are told in Judges 2:3 that God allowed the Israelites to do this initially as a way to test their loyalty to the Lord. The groups that were living with the Israelites at that time were Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. Each time the Israelites transgressed and worshipped false gods, God would punish them by delivering them into the hands of their enemies. When the Israelites became frustrated with their bondage, they would cry out to the Lord for salvation, and the Lord would send someone to free them. For example, the Israelites were delivered into the hands of Cushan-Rishathaim for 8 years. The Israelites cried out to the Lord for salvation, and the Lord sent Othniel to fight to rescue them. Then there was peace for 40 years until Othniel died. Then they fell away from the Lord again. To punish the Israelites, God delivered them then into the hands of Eglon, the king of Moab, and they served him for 18 years. They cried out to the Lord, and the Lord sent Ehud to help them get out of bondage, and there was peace for 80 years, until Ehud died. Shamgar preceded him. Then they fell away from the Lord again. To punish the Israelites, God delivered them again into the hands of another enemy, Jabin, king of Canaan, and they served him for 20 years. After many years of the Israelites falling into the old pattern of worshiping false gods, and the Lord delivering the Israelites into the hands of their enemies as a result, then saving them when they cried out to the Lord for help, we finally have an interesting turn of events when a woman, Deborah, becomes a judge for the Israelites. Deborah was also a prophetess. As judge, she put things in order. She prophesied, and joining in battle array, she triumphed and taught men to war under a woman's counsel. And she was a poet, referred to the Song of Deborah and the Barak for examples of this. Theologians correlate Deborah's success as a judge to the battle and victory of the faith of the Christian church. Deborah is one of 3 prophetesses mentioned in the Old Testament. The other 2 are Miriam, Exodus 15:20, and Huldah, 2 Kings 22:14. According to Jewish teachings, Deborah is the only woman in the Old Testament with hard political power that is portrayed positively. The time of Deborah as a judge is approximately 40 years, from around 1107 BC to 1067 BC. The recurring theme throughout the Old Testament so far shows itself again in the book of Judges. The Israelites would fall away from God and worship false gods. God would punish them, mainly by delivering them into the hands of their enemy. The Israelites would cry to God for salvation, and the Lord would raise up someone who would help them. Then there would be a period of peace. Then again, the whole cycle repeats itself. The book of Judges ends on the recognition that the children of Israel did what was right according to their own vision. Judges 21:25. Which means Israel continued in the path that they had established throughout the history of their people.